Good late morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 29th day of July 2021. Tonight is the NBA draft. I hope you're COVID free today. I hope you're healthy and safe. I hope your family is also healthy and safe and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, and health are being met. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, trying to save lives. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep our places clean. Blessings upon those that make deliveries for us for our convenience. Double blessings upon those trying to deliver boys and girls, babies, children, teenagers, and men and women from child molestation, pedophilia, sex trade, human trafficking, prostitution, child pornography, and curses upon those that participate in these heinous acts and support these disgusting industries. Finally, double blessings on those who are homeless and those working on behalf of the homeless. 600,000 people in the United States, men, women, children, families, without a roof over their head, sleeping in the streets. Millions around the world in the same situation or worse. Blessings upon those themselves and those that help, for theirs is the kingdom. Today I want to come to you with a shorter video, at least I intended to be shorter, with some news that could be important for the New York Knicks. The latest trade-up rumor has the Knicks talking to the Orlando Magic about Terrence Ross and trying to move up to one of Orlando's picks. My presumption would be it would not be the pick that is the fifth pick. It would be the pick that is what pick would that be? The eighth pick, that they're trying to move up to the eighth pick. I don't think Orlando would give up the fifth pick for any price, but they would be moving up to the eighth pick. And then involved in that trade would be Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross, if you're not aware of who he is, Terrence Ross signed with Orlando when he had played already. I think he had played for San Antonio, and he had established himself, as a really good player in San Antonio. And then he came as a free agent to Orlando. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right situation here. Let me just make sure I'm giving the right information. But I believe that's the case. I think he came from I'm sorry. He came from Toronto. I'm wrong about that. He came from Toronto, Terrence Ross, and he signed with Orlando as a free agent. And he's been in the league for a while. He's 30 years old, but he is a really good offensive player. Career-wise, from the three-point line, he's 37%. He did not shoot well last year in Orlando, but that seems to be a bit of an aberration, as prior to that, he's more closely aligned to the 37% on 5 attempts a game. Very good scorer off the bench is Terrence Ross. Decent defender as well is Terrence Ross. He's perfect bench piece as a sixth man. That's what you want, a guy like Terrence Ross. And so, he's been good for a while, but he has not been available until now. So the Knicks might be trading. I hope they don't trade all their picks. We have 19, 21, and 32. Orlando has, as I mentioned, 5, 8, and 33. And so Orlando's looking to rebuild. They sent out Vucevic, as you know, they sent out Aaron Gordon, and they're looking to start over. They sent out Evan Fournier. So they're in a total rebuild right now with the young kids. So a guy like Terrence Ross, who's a veteran, who actually came there with the hope of competing in the playoffs, he would be ready to move on. He's owed $12 million on his contract. He got 2 years left. 2 years at $12 million apiece. So basically, he's owed $24 million over the next 2 years. 12 and a half this year, 11 and a half next year. Obviously, that won't hurt us in terms of our cap space. So what would be the strategy here? If the Knicks move up to the 8th spot, I'm telling you, they're going after Moses Moody. And some people might think it's Davion Mitchell, but I'm going to stick to my guns here. The Knicks have not interviewed Davion Mitchell, nor have they worked out Davion Mitchell. They did interview Moses Moody at the Combine. Tom Thibodeau especially interviewed Moses Moody with the coaching staff. Tom Thibodeau has a long relationship with Eric Musselman, the coach of Arkansas. They've been friends a long time. In fact, Tom Thibodeau knew Musselman's father in Minnesota. So they go back a long way. They're friends. And Moses Moody is exactly the type of player Tom Thibodeau wants. 7-foot wingspan, 6'6", can shoot, plays both sides of the basketball. He would satisfy. I would never think that we would have a chance for him. That's why I never mentioned him in terms of, I was mentioning Duarte. I was mentioning Murphy. I was mentioning Grimes as wings. But this guy's the top of the pile in terms of this draft, as far as wings. This guy's the top of the pile right here. So, him and Barnes and Jalen Green, you don't get much better than these guys right here. This is really gold. So this would be huge if the Knicks were able to trade up. I don't want them to give up all their picks if they can afford it, because I want to get, and I believe the Knicks want to get Miles McBride in this draft. So I'm expecting, if this deal goes through, I'm expecting the Knicks to pick up Moses Moody at 8 and Miles McBride later on. I don't know how many picks they would have left. I mean, they have right now, we know the 19th, 21st, 32nd, and 58th pick. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. There's already, the thing hasn't even started yet. There's already been a trade. I mean, it looks as if New Orleans has sold a second round pick to Philly already. So there's already been a trade. There's already action, and the thing hasn't even started yet. See? So it's going on tonight. It's going to be on. So I'm expecting that would be a very good move for both the Knicks and the Magic. The Magic can get off of Moody's contract. Get off of Terrence Ross's contract. The Knicks possibly could be sending either Kevin Knox or Frank Ntilikina to Orlando. They could send one of those players. They're not going to send both of them up there, but they could send one of them players with their picks, maybe add a pick for next year, I would say, or second round in the future. I don't want to give up all our picks this year, but they can give them assets. We got the assets. We got multiple second round picks in 2023 and 2026. We got our first and our second for next year. We got, of course, the Dallas first and our first for 2023. We got multiple things we could do here. So I don't want to give up all our picks, but if we could, I have a feeling the Knicks, if they make this deal, they're going to keep a pick just to make sure they get Miles McBride, because I believe they really want Miles McBride and they're going to get him. So if they end up this draft with Moses Moody and Miles McBride, baby, we in good shape right here, because now you got a guard that can be in your rotation and you got a wing that could be in your rotation this year. Okay. So this is good news. Now, along the Miles McBride front, I want to just say this. Tom Thibodeau does not start rookie point guards. We know that. He's not going to start Miles McBride. But I'm going to almost guarantee you Miles McBride is going to be in the rotation. He's not going to be the starter, but you can believe he's going to get IQ type minutes this coming year. Okay, he's going to do that because he's a Tom Thibodeau player. And this is a guy, unlike last year, I told y'all, Obi Toppin was not a pick of Tom Thibodeau. Obi Toppin was a pick of Leon Rose and the management. Miles McBride and Moses Moody are definitely Thibodeau guys. Okay. These are Thibodeau kids right here. So he's going to get them in the rotation, especially if they're going to earn the spot. We're going to go without saying, you're not going to be handed something by Tom Thibodeau, but I believe they'll earn the minutes and he's going to give them the minutes. They're not going to start, but he's going to give them the minutes. So this puts us in an excellent position. If they get ready, if they do this deal, I'll be very excited. That's why I'm talking about it today. So we'd still be in a position to sign a free agent as a point guard and then move forward from there. I think if they get this deal done and they acquire Moses Moody and Terrence Ross, obviously Reggie Bullock becomes expendable. Okay. Obviously Alec Burks becomes expendable. Okay. At that point, you now actually, you're going cheap and you could go get a point guard. And you could get a point guard anywhere we talked about from all of the guys we talked about. We can get a point guard. I do not think the Knicks are going to go for a long-term point guard this year. This rumor about Dennis Schroeder and 4-year, $100 million. Listen, I told you I like Dennis Schroeder, but I don't like him with 100 million reasons, y'all. Forget that. That's not happening. That's garbage rumor right there. That's fake news. And the Lonzo Ball thing is going to be off. I'm telling you, unless they can get him cheap. So you telling me they can get Lonzo for 4 years, 60? That might happen. That might happen for you because New Orleans not gonna match. But as I told you, he's not my favorite choice. I'd rather go shorter term, 3 years, 51, with the last 2 years of team options on either Devontae Graham, Kendrick Nunn, Cameron Payne. Now, if you're gonna go big time, give me 2 years, 54 million for Kyle Lowry. Okay, we'll do that. But I don't want to go more than 3 years on any contract for the point guard we're going to get this year. And I don't think the Knicks are either. So I'm feeling really good about tonight. I mean, we got the top notch front office, y'all. These guys are slick. They smart. They know what they're doing. So I can definitely see them moving up for Moses Moody. I can definitely see that. So look for this tonight. You might hear this. This is going to be a draft night trade. So let's see what happens. Terrence Ross would be a really good addition for the New York Knicks. The boy could ball off the bench. There's no question. He's also been a Knick killer in his career. He's been a Knick killer. So he's going to come and play for us. That's going to be good. So let me know what y'all think. I'm very excited about that possibility. It's a realistic possibility. So let me know what y'all think. Tonight at 8 o'clock, me, Jay Ellis, and my man in the house there, Ryan G in the building. We're going to be on the live stream today, and I'm going to be having the computer next to me as we're watching the draft on whatever, ESPN, ABC, whatever, and we're going to be hyped together, y'all. So tonight, 8 o'clock, be there, be square. I'll talk to you later. Shalom.